We are here at Disney's All-Star Sports Resort.
Are you ready for this? We're going to give you a full resort tour and a room tour. So let's get this game started. Here we go! All-Star Sports is considered a value resort. It's part of the All-Star group, which is All-Star Movies, All-Star Music, and All-Star Sports. Now, this resort was opened in April of 1994, which means we're getting ready to come upon the 30-year anniversary for this resort. The main area is Surf's Up, and that's where you're going to find your pool, the big pool for the resort. And then right next to it is Stadium Hall, which is where the lobby is located, quick service, and your store, as well as an arcade. So let's go in the lobby now and check it out. So if you self-park or you're getting off a bus, say from the airport, you're going to go into the lobby area this way. And as you enter, you can see that the check-in area is over on the right side. It's cute how the desks look like lockers. And you have your favorite characters on the wall playing different sports. So that's where you would go to get your room assignment if you haven't already found out about where it is on My Disney Experience. And then over here towards the left, you just have a seating area. So you could, if you need to wait or you're waiting on your bus or whatever, it's a nice little seating area here. They do have a kids waiting area. Just have a TV set up so the kids can be occupied while you're trying to do whatever it is to check in. And as you're going to see, lots of sports figures and photographs on the wall from the past and the present. One nice thing that they have here in the lobby is a info board. You can see they have information on when things are open. So for instance, Sport Goofy, that's the name of the gift shop. That was its time. Gives you information on the park. On this side of the lobby, you're going to find they have a fuel rod charger station, exchange station. Love those things. Saved us many a time. Restroom area. And then they have an ATM machine in here. They also have a mailbox here, so if you need to mail something, they have a place you can do that. Here's something I haven't seen before. It's called Character Clicks. It's by PhotoPass. And so we're going to try it out. So it says you can use your magic band. Oh, okay. All right, who do we want? Which characters you want in all three photos?
Donald.
Donald, Mickey, and Minnie. Continue.
Whoa.
Step onto the star.
Whoa. Okay.
You want to be in it with me?
Yeah, okay. Wait, how does this work? Oh, wow, that's so cool. So now that goes to our My Disney Experience app, and we can get the photos, right?
So that's a quick look at the lobby, Stadium Hall. So the resort is divided into 5 different sections where the rooms are located. And each section is represented by a different sport. So I don't know if you can tell what this is behind me, but I'm going to tell you what it is. It's football. And this area is called Touchdown. And what's really cool is that this area has this central part where you can actually play football. So it's really cool. And we saw people kicking field goals, and it's a fun little area. So let's take a look here. On the tops of the buildings, you see the yard markers, but also you see pendants, and those are college teams. So for instance, I can tell you Seminoles and Gators up there, that's here in Florida. I'm looking for mine. I don't see it. I think it's down at the other end. Go Tigers.
What you typically have in these value resorts is some kind of icon marking the entrance to the buildings. And here in Touchdown, we have 2 enormous football helmets that are probably taller than the 3-story buildings here. The center section here, we have an emblem, and that is, of course, Mickey. In this section of the field, there are X's and O's, of course, showing a football play. I know almost nothing about football plays, so I don't know what that represents, but I know it's a play.
So right next to touchdown is Home Run Hotel, and that represents baseball. And it's really cool in here because it looks like a little stadium. I mean, you have like these bleachers up here, and you have a scoreboard, and you have stadium lighting. Of course, you have pendants, and then you have on the balconies, you have Louisville Sluggers, and you have red, white, and blue banners and baseballs. And what we're looking at, this area is the pool area. We'll take a look at the pool area later on.
This scoreboard is absolutely huge. So this is a 3-story building, and it goes at least a story above that. So this thing's probably 45, maybe 50 feet. Giant baseball bats just span the entire height of the building. Another cool feature in here, of course, you have these giant cups of Coca-Cola that encase the stairwell, so you don't see the exposed stairwell. But look at the railing. It actually looks like fencing that you'd see at a baseball field. Everything in here is really green, I guess just representing a baseball field. Our next section is called Hoops Hotel, and obviously this represents basketball. You can tell by the giant referee whistles, the basketballs, and of course, the huge goals that are up here. Let's go take a closer look. Attached to the side of the building are numerous basketballs and goals. The basketballs are in different states of entering the goal, but I think all will make it in. On the tops of the buildings are these pendants. You can see Alabama Crimson Tide, Tulane Green Wave, and the Syracuse Orangemen. There are many other pendants that are around this section as well. We do have these huge whistles, as I mentioned, that mark the entrances to the buildings. Also, these have the elevators as well, so they're kind of hidden behind these whistles. There's also a 40-foot or so goal post up here. I think the NBA would be far more interesting if the goals were actually this size. I don't know what the deal is with Disney and Spalding, but Spalding is well represented at this resort. Next, we are in center court, which represents tennis. And there are a lot of things here that do represent the sport of tennis. There are tennis balls on the side of the building. There are the different scores that you can achieve in tennis, and giant tennis rackets. Of course, this huge tennis court. Let's take a closer look. And these tennis rackets line the buildings. I say line, I think there are 8 of them in this area around the court. So we do have some players out here on the tennis court. Over on the other side is Donald. Let's take a closer look at him. Here we have one of the fiercest competitors known to the sport. I think everybody knows who this is.
I don't know if he's a fierce competitor or if he's yelling at the kids.
Well, he sure looks like a fierce competitor. Now, on either side of the net are these chairs, and these are the icons that mark the entrances. And Beth said this is where the chair umpire sits.
So our last section is Surf's Up. So can you guess what that represents? You got it. Surfing. We're gonna go check it out. Look at how huge these lifeguard shacks are for where you mark the stairwells, or where the stairwells are located. They're ginormous. They're taller than the buildings. You walk into this area and you're met by these chairs, these beach chairs, and also this walkway looks like wood, like a wooden deck that you would find like out on the beach. And then check out those surfboards, man. Those are some big surfboards. Pretty colorful. Fish. This is kind of considered the central area. It's right outside of Stadium Hall. This is where the main pool is. Let's take a look around. You know, the landscape in here, you look at these posts along the walkway, like a fence, and then they're using materials that you would find out towards the beach, like this plant right here with the round leaf that's called sea grape. So it gives you, and of course the palms, it gives you the feeling that you're out at the beach. So to mark where the elevators are located and the interior stairwells is this shark fin. That's a pretty big shark. That's bigger than Jaws. So the quick serve option here is the Endzone food court. And this food court area holds a lot of people. It'll seat 550 people. And it has a lot of different items that you can choose from for breakfast, lunch, or dinner. And then they have snacks and grab and go.
So in the food court, we do have a variety of options. There's a dessert area when you first walk into your left. Then there are some pastries and a coffee section. Then as we continue on to the right, we've got an area where you can create your own entree. So you select the protein and then select a couple of sides. In addition, there are some kids options, and then chicken stir fry and an impossible meatloaf. Continuing over to the right, we've got our resort mugs, which those are $21.99. Gives you free refills on coffee and soft drinks for the length of your stay. And then we have a grab and go section over here. In our grab and go section, we've got things like beer, wine, soft drinks, or water and other types of drinks. Then there are things like fruit cups, salad, orange juice, desserts. And then on my right, we have soft drinks, water, and some other beverages. Continuing on, we have some other options. There are pulled pork sandwiches, bacon cheeseburger, basically your American fare. And then we also have Italian food like meatball subs, chicken parm pasta, pasta with meatballs, and of course, pizza. And that rounds out the offerings here in the food court. There are quite a few if you're looking for something to eat. So here's where the beverages are. We've got all of your Coke products, and then of course coffee and tea as well. This is where you would get that resort mug filled, or if you just grab a cup, you can get that cup refilled up to 4 times in 1 hour. Let's have a look at this dining room. Look at the theming in here. It is really, really cute. Of course, you have a lot of classic Disney characters. This is really, really neat. And there's tons of room in here to sit. There's booths, there are tables, and then you can sit right by the windows as well if you want to have a little bit of a view.
Inside the Endzone food court, you have Grandstand Spirits, and it's a bar, so you can get mixed drinks here, margaritas, you know, whatever you want. And it also is a bar on the outside facing the pool.
All right, so fast forward to the morning. We did decide to get some breakfast here in the Endzone. Now, last night, what we ended up doing was just buying a pizza and taking that back to our room. We were kind of wiped out, but the pizza was pretty good. Not the best pizza I've ever had.
It wasn't like the theme park pizza. It was better than that. And it was pretty cheap. It was $22.
Yeah, for a whole pizza.
For a big old pizza.
Yeah.
We didn't even eat it all.
So So pretty good. That's what we decided to do last night. So this morning we've got a waffle bounty platter.
And we got the wrong cinnamon roll.
Yeah, we wanted one from the...
We wanted one loaded with a ton of sugar, and you need to get that in the hot area, not in the grab and go.
Right. So next time we'll do that. So we're gonna dig into this. So pretty good breakfast, huh?
Yeah, I find the food in the resorts pretty good.
Yeah, I agree. That waffle bounty platter was good. Cinnamon roll was good.
You know, we shared it, so that makes it so you're not too full after eating that. But if you want a hearty breakfast, that'll hold you to probably dinner.
And the prices are pretty reasonable here in the food court, so.
Yeah. Every resort has recreational activities, and here's the board for this resort. They have scavenger hunts, which is free, and then they have things like the arcade, which you have to pay for. They have arts and crafts daily. Then on Wednesdays only, they have a block party, for instance, and then on a pajama party on Tuesdays and Saturdays. So you need to check the board to make sure that you know what's available on what day. They also have Movie Under the Stars. And here they have Sunday through Friday. And that's out at the Surf's Up pool deck. So this is also available in your room on your television. You can find out what recreational activities are available as well.
Part of the recreational facilities offered here is this sports playground. This is between center court and touchdown. It's very close to Stadium Hall. This is a pretty big area. So we have lots of areas to climb here. This little bridge. More climbing areas. So then we've got a couple more slides over here too. I also want to point out that while the kids are playing, there's places for parents to sit here and have some umbrellas, so you can do that in the shade. Of course, this is all fenced in, and there's plenty of sand for soft landings. And even this section right here has like a cork type floor. It's probably not the right term, but some cork padding, so it's very, very soft, very bouncy. More recreational activities. This is right outside Stadium Hall. Ping pong, of course. And they do have these really cool beach chairs. No Disney resort would be complete without its fire pit where they do s'mores at night. This is next to touchdown and right next to Stadium Hall. I think that's a badminton net, and this is located in the Grand Slam pool area. It is fenced, so it's probably restricted to pool hours, but this is something else you can do while you're here. A foosball table, which looks like it may have seen better days. We showed you the chess set earlier. This is the checker set, and this is located at the opposite end of the pool, kind of where the two Surf's Up buildings come to a point. This is the Game Point arcade located across from the Endzone food court in Stadium Hall. Let's go in and check this out. Wow. Let's have a look around this arcade. We have the world's largest Pac-Man. And I'm gonna guess this is the world's largest Space Invaders. Lots of racing stuff. Of course, if you're into sports, here's basketball. And I think this is called skeet. Can't remember, skeet ball. And then lots more racing games, cars, motorcycles. This is cool. Here is a Cars game. massage chairs for mom and dad. And then we've got some claw games as well. This is a marble photo booth. We tried one of these out at IAPA and it was very, very cool. So if you're looking for something really interesting and fun to do, definitely check this activity out. So yeah, there's lots of stuff in here, plenty to do. And since this is a value resort, the arcade is pretty big. That's what we tend to find in the value resorts, are these large arcades. This resort does have a jogging trail, but the jogging trail is not just for the All-Star Sports Resort. It is for all the All-Star resorts, and it runs along the main road in front of the resorts. So you can see it, I am standing on it now, and it is marked by these signs that are spread around the trail. So it just travels in front of all 3 resorts. They do have a small children's pool here at Surfboard Bay. This is right next to the main pool. And I don't know how deep this is, maybe 6-8 inches, pretty shallow, maybe a foot. But this is a great place for the kids to hang out. And then seating for parents all around the edge here with some umbrellas. So this is a great place for small children to enjoy the water, get out of the heat. This is the time in the video where we say, if you're enjoying this, please hit the like button, and also please consider subscribing to our channel.
Doing that really helps us because then we know what types of videos you enjoy watching. So if you could do that, we'd appreciate that.
And now back to the video. You have one transportation option at this resort, and that is the bus. The bus picks up at one location and one location only, and that is out front of Stadium Hall, which is the main area here at the resort. So if you want to go to one of the parks, that includes one of the water parks, theme parks, or Disney Springs, you're going to come right out here and you're going to catch your bus. The different sections are labeled. There are also monitors behind this signage here, and that gives you information about the buses as well. So you have information on the monitors, and you have these signs at different stations that tell you where to go. And this is where you'll get the bus for the theme parks, water park, or Disney Springs. And that is your only transportation option at the resort, outside, of course, of rideshare or your own car.
They have a laundry facility here, and you can wash and dry here. They have washers and dryers, and you pay by Google Pay, Apple Pay, or credit card, so you use your phone. And here's a machine that you can get detergent and fabric softener in case you didn't bring that with you or got it at a store somewhere around here.
There is a second laundry that is located here at the Grand Slam pool. So you don't need to walk over to the Stadium Hall area. If you need to do your clothes, there is one that is a little closer here.
So the gift shop here is called Sport Goofy. So we're going to go ahead and look and see what they have. So you know Disney, they're always going to have new things out, and here's their newest collection called Play in the Park. They have all kind of different things available. For instance, here's a light. It's $30. It looks like the inside of the clear balloons they have in the park. And then you have things like pens and autograph books. They have a journal here for $20. It's kind of cool because it has like liquid in the front and glitter. And then you have a little backpack here. Very cute. See, they're in the park. Mickey has on his lanyard with his pins on it. This is $35. And then you have a little frame here. Donald, Mickey, Minnie, and Goofy. That's $25. You even have a snow globe. Let's see if we can get this to, that's $20. So there's all kind of different things available. Beach towel, plush, toothpick holder, and then this really cool shirt or sweatshirts. One has a hoodie and one doesn't. There are a bunch of different clothing options here, from sweatshirts to t-shirts to hats to shoes. They have some lap robes, cups, ears, even have luggage. They have a lot of balls in here. So they have basketballs, and they have softballs, they have baseballs. Well, that's fitting for this resort. So back here they have a lot of snacks. You get candy and popcorn and nuts and yummy stuff. They have a lot of grab and go items like crackers and peanut butter and jelly and cookies. And then on this wall they have a lot of beverages, from alcohol to non-alcoholic, water, milk. They even have in this last refrigerator cream cheese and Lunchables and cheese and deli meat in case you want to make some sandwiches. And then you have a sundries area, so you never know when you're going to need some Advil or maybe extra diapers, so this is where you find that. That wraps up our tour of Sport Goofy, which is the store that's available here in the resort.
There are two pools located at this resort. The first is the Surfboard Bay pool, and it is located in the Surf's Up area. It is right outside Stadium Hall, and it is the larger of the two pools. We'll take a look at the second one later, and that is in the Home Run Hotel section of the resort. I like to photograph these pools in the morning if I can, because there's nobody in them, and it's just much easier to shoot the pools. So it is about 8:30 in the morning. Let's take a look at this pool first. This is a very large pool. It is between the two Surf's Up buildings, right in front of Stadium Hall. There is a bar here called Grandstand Spirits, and there are tons and tons of lounge chairs around this pool. The pool is open from 10 in the morning till 10 at night. Across from the pool is the Surf's Up bathhouse. There are restrooms in there, and there are lockers in there as well if you need those. There's a sunbathing deck here, so no water features. It's just basically a deck here with a lot of lounge chairs. You want to soak up the sun. Kind of a dingy day, dingy gray morning out here. So this is not showing the pool in its best light. There's no sunlight shining on it. It's been kind of misty and gray this morning, but still a very nice looking pool. There are showers here as well if you want to just rinse off before you get in the pool, or rinse off after. If you need assistance getting into the pool, they do have a lift chair here. Also, this pool is fully lifeguarded.
This is supposed to look like sand with shells in the sand, I guess. You know, Disney does that. They mark walkways in the parks. And so here's another example, using shells in the walkway.
Our second pool here is the Grand Slam pool. It is modeled after a baseball field, and it is located in the Home Run Hotel section of the resort. Your pool hours are 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So some really cool things. There is a water feature in the middle that does shoot water out of that cannon. And of course, this whole area is themed like a baseball park. Scoreboards, bleachers, stadium lights, so they don't just have your average pool light hanging over the pools. They look like stadium lights. There's a backstop here, which is really neat. So this pool is shaped like a baseball diamond. So over here, you have home plate. Across from the pool, they do have bathrooms and laundry facilities. You can see this pool is located not very far from Stadium Hall. So if you look straight ahead, you go through the touchdown section, which is where that football field is, and then there's Stadium Hall.
We're in the tennis area, or it's called Center Court, and we are in the 5th building on the 2nd floor, so 5261 is our room. So let's go in and take a room tour. So you can see we have a standard room, and in here I want to point out the first thing is the thermostat on the wall, so you can adjust your temperature here. And right next to it is a cabinet where you have an ice bucket and cups. And then you have your coffee service. And these are draw-free pods. And so you put them in here and you make your coffee. And then you have everything you need for your coffee service. A drawer here so you can stash your snacks. And then down here they call this a beverage cooler. And that shelf is movable, or the shelves are movable. So if you need more space, you can do that. It's not very deep, so you can't store a whole lot in there like a to-go container. Standard square to-go container won't fit very well, but just keep that in mind. And then over here is where you would put your recycling and trash. And then next to that area is a dresser. And the dresser has a nice countertop and 4 outlets and USB ports. You have a remote for your TV, some information on Walt Disney World Resort. And then in here, you have a cabinet that has some shelving, Bible, and then you have a safe. And the safe's pretty deep. I mean, you can fit quite a lot in there, actually. And remember, this is what you want for your codes. You put in the 4 digits that you're gonna remember to get back into your safe. And then on the other side, you have 3 drawers, and they're all the same size. Plenty deep enough, so you don't have to live out your suitcase. And then next to the dresser is a door. So if you have more than 4 people in this room, you can get an adjoining room. You can request that. And that's where the 2 rooms would connect. So you'd have a room just like this on the other side. It would just be mirrored. And then on the wall there, you see you have hooks so you can hang bags or umbrellas or whatnot. On the opposite side, you're gonna see you have your queen bed. You have plenty of pillows on that bed. That's because you're gonna share them with another bed. But on each side of the bed is a nightstand. And on the nightstand, you have outlets above it, USB ports, and you have a light switch. So you can turn the lights on and off above your side of the bed. You also have a little cubby hole in the nightstand. And on this side, there's a phone, so if you have to call the front desk, there's your phone. Now, this area is multi-purpose. It is a dining area, but it's also a sleeping area. So for dining, you have 2 nice chairs, which is nice because you don't always want to sit on the bed, so you have chairs. You can use the tabletop to eat, make puzzles, work, whatever. But then when you're ready to sleep, this pulls down into a bed. So that's why you have another nightstand on this side. And as you can see, you have an outlet, a USB port, countertop, and a cubby hole. And in all the rooms now, they're putting in these Hey Disney devices as part of the A group. And I'm not gonna say her name because she will come on. But you can ask this device questions.
I'm having trouble understanding.
See? You can ask questions like, hey Disney, what time does Epcot close tonight?
For guests with early entry, Epcot opens today, 8:30 a.m., with regular hours from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. What else can I help with?
That's it, thanks. Okay. So that's this part of the room. So now we're gonna go into the bathroom area. And this is a nice heavy door, which keeps, the light out should someone need to go in there and other people are sleeping. So straight away you see a mirror, a big mirror, a sink, and you have a countertop. On the left here you have shelving. you have room to put your toiletries, but there's also an iron and a hair dryer, and then an ironing board if you're one who likes to be nice and neat when you're on vacation. And then here we have like a little closet, so a place to hang clothing. There's a space above it, so if you want to put things out of the way, you can put them up there. And then down here is also space to put other items as well. On this wall, to the right of the mirror, you're going to see a magnifying mirror, and that's great for makeup application, putting on your contacts, or you could even use it as a night light at night. And in here, we're going to find the wet area, the bathtub. Before we do, let me just point out that this is a full-length mirror, which is great. You can check out your outfit. This door folds in. It's a nice big door. And there's your bathtub. It has a shower head in it. So let's take a look at that. I have these glass doors that glide very nicely. Has a nice shower head. Clothesline. Hang your wet items like your bathing suits, and if you got caught in the rain. I like the tile in there. It kind of reminds me of Spaceship Earth a little bit. On this wall you'll find your bath products, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash. So you don't have to bring yours if you don't want to. But if you do, there is a shelf here that you can put your items and then it's kind of set into the wall so it's not in the way. Of course, you need a toilet, so here's your toilet area. And then, as I like in all the bathrooms, to have plenty towel storage, and this one does not disappoint. They even have some extra hooks, which is nice. This area is all tiled, so you don't have to worry about getting it all wet. So we talked about this being another bed, and we're going to show you how easy it is to make this bed. So first we have to pull these chairs out. These chairs are kind of heavy. I like the ball motifs on the cushions. This is the hardest part, moving these chairs. And it's really quite easy. Grab hold of one of these bars, and as you're pulling, the table underneath is collapsing to become a support for the bed. And there you go. And look at that. Huey, Dewey, and Louie taking a little nap, dreaming away. And up here is a light switch. There you go. So that's very cute, and I think the kids would love that. And then when you're ready to turn it off, just hit the switch. In the morning, you're ready to hit the parks. You're ready to pull the bed up. It's as easy as pulling up the end and guiding it back into the wall. It's basically a Murphy bed, but it has this table. And if you don't really know how to do it or not sure, you can follow this little card. It'll tell you how to fold that bed up.
So that finishes up our time here at the All-Star Sports Resort. This is a value resort, and it is a good value.
Keep in mind that the rooms only fit 4 people, and all the rooms are the same size, so you can't upgrade. The only difference is you might get a king bed with no pull down, but otherwise you're going to get a queen bed with a pull down. So keep that in mind. But otherwise, it's a great resort. There's plenty to do here, lots of recreation, great food service, nice pool. I think it's a nice resort.
So thank you for watching, everybody. If you like this video, please hit the like button, and also please consider subscribing to our channel. And please join us on our next magic adventure. Bye.